Well, let's stay in Hampden County for a moment longer. Multiple people are injured after crews in Russell responded to a two-car crash Friday night. Here's how that thing looked in the area of 172 Westfield Road. When crews arrived, they determined 5 people were injured, all of which were taken to Bay State Medical Center for evaluation and treatment. According to the Russell Montgomery Fire Department, initial reports show one of the vehicles may have crossed over the center lines in the road, causing the crash. That being said, the incident is still under investigation at this point.